Welcome to this video on understanding user stories and their importance in bridging the communication gap between customers and developers. Today, we will explore key concepts such as the components of user stories, how to write them effectively, the invest criteria, user roles, and running productive story writing workshops. Welcome to another lecture from the Programming Professor. We will begin with an outline of our discussion. First, we will talk about the communication bridge between customers and developers. Next, we will explore the three components of user stories and their purpose. Then, we will dive into best practices for writing user stories effectively. After that, we will examine how user roles influence story creation. Finally, we will look at how to run story writing workshops to generate and refine user stories. Requirements are a critical aspect of software development, acting as a bridge between customer needs and the work developers perform. Plan-driven approaches aim to define all requirements up front, but this can create problems as requirements inevitably evolve. Agile approaches offer a more flexible alternative, emphasizing incremental decision-making, early user feedback, and the ability to adapt to new requirements as they arise. User stories consist of three essential components: the card, the conversation, and the confirmation. The card provides a brief description of the user story and serves as a planning tool. The conversation is the discussion between developers, stakeholders, and product owners to clarify the story's details. The confirmation includes acceptance criteria that define when the story is complete. While the card helps organize work, it is the conversation and collaboration that truly add value to user stories. Writing effective user stories involves following a standard structure. Use this template as a type of user. I want some goal, so that some reason. For example, as a job seeker, I want to post my resume so that employers can view my qualifications. This format ensures clarity and keeps the focus on the user's needs and goals. The invest criteria provide a checklist for crafting effective user stories that are independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small, and testable. Stories should be self-contained and avoid dependencies. For example, instead of having separate stories like user adds items to the cart and user checks out, you can combine them into user completes a purchase. Stories should also be negotiable, allowing flexibility during implementation. Avoid rigid technical specifications and instead focus on the problem to solve. For instance, say, user schedules appointments rather than specifying a particular calendar widget. Valuable stories deliver benefits to the user or customer. They should focus on outcomes, not implementation details. For example, user receives personalized notifications is more valuable than implement push notification functionality. Stories should also be estimable, meaning the team can assess the effort required. Break large stories into smaller, actionable pieces to ensure clarity and feasibility. Small stories can be completed in one iteration. If a story is too large, break it into smaller parts while preserving its context. Finally, testable stories include clear acceptance criteria that define what success looks like. For instance, users can sign up and receive a confirmation email is testable, while improve the sign-up experience is too vague. Avoid anti-patterns in user stories. For example, the software will be written in C++, and the program will connect to the database through a connection pool, are bad examples because they focus on technical implementation details and do not specify user value. User roles help define the various types of people interacting with your system. For example, in an e-commerce platform, roles might include shoppers, sellers, and administrators. Each role has unique needs, which help guide the creation of relevant user stories. To define roles, brainstorm initial ideas, group similar roles together, combine similar roles, and refine their attributes, such as their goals, technical expertise, and frequency of system use. Story writing workshops are an effective way to generate a comprehensive set of user stories. These workshops involve developers, stakeholders, and product owners. Begin by selecting a user role, then brainstorm actions that role might take. Explore sequences of actions to uncover additional stories. Ask guiding questions like, what happens next, and what mistakes might the user make, to ensure all possibilities are covered. In summary, user stories are a powerful tool for bridging the gap between customers and developers. Remember the three components of user stories: the card, the conversation, and the confirmation. Use the INVEST criteria to ensure stories are independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small, and testable. Leverage user roles to understand your audience and run workshops to generate and refine stories effectively. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more lessons on computer programming and technology. See you next time.